This illustration deals with inadequate ventilation in accordance with NEC 500.7 K2. Purpose of change was to accept a new revision of this section, and the revision has been made to clarify the inadequate ventilation requirements for combustible gas detection systems. Now, for example, dealing with ventilation for the 20% and 40% rule, then we stated we'd need to see the API 500 if it's all in gas, and we'd look at our 6.3.2 and 6.3.5. And then, of course, if it's a chemical facility we're dealing with, we said, yeah, we need to go to NFPA 497 and pick up the rules listed there. Although NFPA 497 and API 500 for, say, a large facility plant, the rules are very similar. Now, next, our ventilation, for example, if it was a chemical facility, we'd go to NFPA 497, 5.5, items 1 and 2 to determine the ventilation there based upon the gas, vapor type and what kind and all that kind of thing. So we kind of really, sometimes as designers, we would use a NFPA 497 along with the API 500. For example, if we wanted to know, say, the flash point, the ignition point, the density, the upper and lower flammable limits of a particular gas or vapor, we have to go to table 4.4.2 in NFPA 497. And then you say, now this installation happens to be a gas plant. Then you'd move over into the API 500. You'd say, well, no, it's really a refinery, chemical type refinery. Then you'd move over to NFPA 497. Now, I've kind of gave you the sections that you can go to based upon the API 500 or NFPA 497. Now, with that thought in mind, notice that you find, to start with, this gas detection system may be used in line with ventilation. You'd go to the API 500, 6.5.2, and engineers would use gas detection systems, ventilation systems to reclassify an area or use lesser rated type equipment in that area instead of explosion-proof equipment and equipment that costs quite a bit to purchase. Now, kind of keep that in mind as we move into our review of the notes. First of all, let's review the note 1 right underneath the illustration. When sensing a gas concentration of not greater than 40% of the lower flammable limits, LFL, or detect failure, an alarm or visual type of warning is given, and both shall be activated in accordance with 500.7 K2 as well as API 500 if it's all or gas plant. Now, moving to the note 2 that's on the right-hand side, top of the illustration, note it states due to gas and ventilation systems. Using both, Class 1 Division 2 equipment can be used if you follow these rules of 500.7 K2 and API 500 6.3, the requirements that are listed there. Now, reviewing the note 3 to the left of the illustration, it states due to gas and ventilation systems, Class 1 Division 2 equipment can be used as outlined in 500.7 K2. Now, this kind of gives you a review why this revision was made in the NEC, where a designer or installer is using both ventilation and a gas detection system.